Hello everybody, it's Stefan Joubert here from the Stefan Joubert Guitar Academy. In today's video lesson I'm going to speak to you about something quite special and fascinating at the same time. And that is how the modes kind of inverts to each other. This might be a new concept for you, and it's something that you should definitely watch, because this is something that is actually quite fascinating. The first time I heard this, it was like, wow, that's interesting. So let's get straight into it. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the major scale, the Ionian mode, and see how that one inverts into another mode. So the Ionian mode, for those of you who are not familiar, is the same as the major scale. The best way for me to demonstrate this is to play it on one string. So I'll play it on the 5th fret of the E string, or the 1st string, and I'm playing an A, and from that note I'm going to go up a tone. Now for those not familiar, a tone means two semitones. A semitone means the smallest possible space. Semitone, smallest possible movement, and we can go a semitone up or a semitone down, and a tone is the same as two semitones. Or if you like, play a note, skip one in the middle, and then play another note. So the major scale consists out of tone. So from there to there I've got a tone. Then from this note, the B note, to the C sharp, I've got a tone. So let's just rehash that quickly. I've got an A that goes to a B, so that's my first tone. Then a B to a C sharp, that's my 2nd tone. So I've got tone, tone. Then C sharp to the D, smallest movement, a semitone. D to the E, tone. E to the F sharp, tone. F sharp to the G sharp, tone. G sharp, finally back to the A, semitone. Let's recap that. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. 2 tones, a semitone. 3 tones, a semitone is the major scale. So basically, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. I would recommend that you play it on one string to study it. In the description below, there are some tablature that you can download, and you can then print that out or just put it on a browser next to you, and you can kind of play along. We're going to get to the exciting part now, and that is the part that I talk about, the inversion. So this is something that not everybody knows. A lot of people know this major scale. But what's interesting is if I go tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. I'm now going to, almost as if reading a script from right to left, like they do in some parts in the world. We're going to read from right to left instead of left to right, and we're going to do semitone, tone, tone, tone. So we've got semitone, tone, 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 then semitone, tone, tone. But we play it forward. So we think backwards but play forward. So it's a kind of inversion in a way. So from year to year, semitone, then from the next one, tone, next one, tone, next one, tone. So what we've done is we took this major scale formation and we took the backwards. If you played it backwards, what do you get? Semitone, tone, tone, tone. So semitone, tone, tone, tone. That's the first bit, and we get semitone, tone, tone, tone. Can you hear that the sound is dark? Guess what mode that is? It's the Phrygian mode. So let's continue it further, going back to the major backwards. Semitone, tone, tone, tone. So one semitone, 3 tones. Now the final part backwards. Semitone, tone, tone. So semitone, tone, tone. Let's put that forwards. That would be semitone, 3 tones, semitones, 2 tones. So we will have semitone, tone, tone, tone. So I fulfilled the semitone, tone, tone, tone part of the formula. Then semitone, tone, tone. Thank you so much. And the most fascinating thing is, and I'll play the major scale first, is how light becomes darkness when we invert it. It's like a color prism, or like numbers. Everything in the universe has got some sort of symmetrical device to it. So in the major scale, you've got light like this. And then, if I take that to the inverse of that, which was the semitone, tone, 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 semitone, tone, tone, we get darkness. And again, if we contrast that to the major scale, wow, we get this. So that's very, very interesting in music, how your tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, read from right to left becomes semitone, tone, 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 semitone, tone, tone. And on the one hand you get root, major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh, and the root. And on the other hand you get, and it's, you get the following. You get a root, minor second, minor third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, minor seventh, root. To remember the major scale is simple. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 degree wise. The Phrygian mode is also easy to remember. Just think of like a rock and roll 1, 4, 5 progression, and then you remember it's 1, 4, 5, root, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, and the rest is all flats. Flat 2, flat 3, flat 6, flat 7. So Phrygian, you can think typical rock and roll progression 1, 4, 5, and you can take that and put it to the Phrygian mode, and you can remember it as 1, 4, 5, or root, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, and everything else is flat. So we have root, minor second, minor third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, minor seventh, and the octave or the root. So it's amazing how that is open as well in the fingers and in the sound, and this is closed, and immediately it's dark. And immediately this is bright. there's hope. And there's sadness or darkness. And of course, this Phrygian mode is fascinating. You can also alter it. Put a major third on there. And even a major seventh. And with that scale, you get two semitones next to each other. It's called a gypsy mode, which has got a root, a flat 2 or a flat 9, a third, perfect 4th, perfect 5th, minor 6th, and major 7th. So all these scales are just amazing. There's so much that one can do with these scales. What I want you to take out of this lesson is just to see how the going forward can reverse into each other, how light becomes dark. And another thing I want to leave with you is practice your modes or your scales on one string. So you can start anywhere and you go, okay, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, or anywhere else, and you start, okay, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, tone, tone. And you can work on the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, or the semitone, tone, 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 semitone, tone, tone formula, and also get to know your degrees. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. I thought it would be fascinating to share this with you, both the idea of playing on one string as well as making music with these scales. Thank you so much. Goodbye. I'll speak to you in the next video.